Have you ever wondered what would happen if Shay was invisible? Today, I'll put it to a test in a Pacifist and Stealth only challenge in Assassin's Creed Rogue. This is an interesting game to begin with, as Shay may not be the stealthiest of assassins. He may not even be the most typical of assassins, if you know what I mean. But in my opinion, Shay's alright. He may not be right in the head, but his actions will prove otherwise.
My name is Shay Patrick Cormac. This is my story.
There are two main goals to the challenge. Firstly, be a pacifist. Avoid the use of weapons and avoid any bloodshed on my hands. And secondly, be as stealthy and as quiet as possible. Try to complete the missions without anyone ever seeing me.
Well, you won't lack for firewood at least.
Already in the first few minutes of the game, we are drawn into our first assassination. Luckily, it's not as bad as it seems. Ha ha ha, indeed. Anyways, let's jump right into our first mission, where we need to reach a ship and rescue the smugglers.
The Royal Navy be ready for us. Remember your training.
A rule I didn't mention before was that if I'm drawn into combat, which I cannot avoid, I'll be able to use my fists and knock the enemies out. The cool thing about this mission is that you don't need to engage the enemies in combat, and you can sneak past them and head straight for the ship. When I reached the ship, I tried to knock out just the one guard who stood between me and the smugglers, but unfortunately, it couldn't be done. So I had to fight all the men on board.
Ready. Fight.
Surround them!
However, you can clearly see they're all perfectly fine and well. They're simply resting.
This pile of mail?
You want her, Shay? She is yours.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't you dare insult my Morgan like that again. Otherwise, this challenge will end soon, and you will be first to taste my blade.
She's a mess, but she's still afloat. And her name's the Morgan.
Morgan? That silly fairy queen who ruined Merlin, the wise? Oh, she's perfect for her, Shay.
Alright, that's it. Get on my ship now.
Wise words, Captain. Wise words.
Good job. This core wasn't too complex, but rebooting the advanced hardware in the rest of the building will require more work. With the servers back online, you could, in theory, restore your co-workers' workstations if you feel like being helpful. And you could...
Nope, thank you.
Shay, I hear you've become quite the marksman.
Thank you for the pistols, but don't know if you've heard, I won't be needing them this time. Weirdly, the hardest part of the challenge so far came from boarding this Royal Navy schooner.
Show them what's for, Captain.
Come on, men. The spoils are ours. For the Morgan!
As by my rules of this challenge, I can't purposefully go into combat with enemies. So I let my crew take care of the boarding. Unfortunately, they were not as capable as they seemed.
3 hours later.
After patiently waiting here for over 15 minutes, I decided it was time for me to step in and complete the morning by knocking out the last enemy. Let's jump right into the next mission, where we need to stealthily cross this town full of British guards and reach the ship and loot the package on board. Almost got caught here, but luckily he didn't see me properly, so the run is still on. I just realized I could have swum here from the start, but where's the fun in that? I waited here patiently until I saw the perfect moment to strike.
What's this? Rifle. You there! Stay! Where? You.
Sleep darts? That's amazing! But to keep the challenge more interesting and more spicy, I tried to avoid using them as well. I only use them in moments where there is no other way.
Not quite what I was expecting.
Now let's find our friend Mr. Washington.
Now let's find Washington and interrogate him.
Whoa, that was a close call. Way closer to comfort than I care to admit. But as long as they're not sure they saw me, I'm alright.
Give it up! He slithered away back in his hole.
Now this looks like a difficult section of the game. But if you're as skillful as Shay is, then no one will ever know you were here.
I need to get to Washington first. Then I'll worry about the artifacts.
Hold there!
Another really close call, but luckily the British guards is as dumb as a rock, so Shay is still safe. But I really should be more careful next time. And here comes our first assassination of the game, one which we cannot avoid. But technically speaking, Shay didn't kill him, he was killed by his own men, so Shay's hands are still clean.
You are too late, assassin.
Too late indeed, as I had not laid my hands on you before.
Mr. Washington. God damn it. I'd better hurry. I have to get to the Morgan. Liam, I hope you brought the ship around.
Here, I had to run to my Morgan as quickly as I could, so stealth aspect of the game was not possible. However, the pacifist challenge was still on.
Is that a ship mortar? That's not Spartan!
Damage report! Captain has the wheel.
Alright, I think that's a good place to wrap it up for the day. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think I did today? Could I have done anything better? What would you like to see me try next? Let me know and I'll be sure to reply. And to not miss out any more videos, be sure to subscribe to the Rogue Assassin YouTube channel. Much love and see you next time. Peace.